James, how nervous were you before being selected in the team?
I was very nervous. I had my doubts. I think everyone did. I never sort of knew what team Laurie would go for, and mate, I'm happy to be in.
But why did you have doubts?
Obviously because of my form, and I think everyone just has their doubts. You sort of never know what's going on behind closed doors. But I'm quite happy with my form with the last month. So I was happy to turn it around come Origin season.
Tell us about your last 12 months. We well chronicled what happened last year during the Origin series, but things have been happening for you off the field as well. Sort of, where are you at now compared to where you were 12 months ago?
Mate, I'm a more positive place compared to this time last year. This time last year was, I think I was just taking everything for granted. And now having a little kid, it really puts things into perspective, and I know what I want to do. And this year is just sort of a different mindset of rugby league, of on the field and off the field, and I'm just more of a positive place, and it shows with my footy.
How determined were you to prove yourself to Laurie Daly after what happened last series?
Very determined, not just to Laurie, but to all the boys and all the staff. A lot of work goes into these things, and especially with the last 8 years, I was very determined. That was the absolute first thing on my mind. And also the test early in the year, I didn't think I went so well in that, so I sort of put myself down a bit more there. But no, this time around, I'm trying to put in more of a leadership role. Let my voice be heard a bit more in the video sessions, and do my bit for the team.
Have some of the other players taken on a booze ban as well during the series?
Yeah, for sure. It's good to see. And the best thing about it, we've still got that. We don't need to go out and have a drink to have that bonding experience. We still have that going on. Everyone knows each other, obviously, and everyone's good mates. So it's good we don't sort of need that night out just to sort of get close.
No disrespect, Jimmy, but I don't want a sort of family-loving bloke next week on a nutbag up front. Are you going to be that?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Don't worry, my family know I could be a nutbag as well. So, that's all going to change around come next week. It has to come out, mate. It has to for myself and for the Origin side. That's going to be my first thing, especially that first 5-10 minutes.
Because that's what's been happening the last few years. They've got the platform, they've got the role on. It doesn't matter.
That's it.
What our backs can do.
Absolutely, mate. And game 2 last year when I was sitting on the couch watching it, hurting. They came out up there in Suncorp, and the first 5-10 minutes we were defending on our line. So we're making a change for that. And the best thing about it, all the boys are on board, and we know what to expect going up there. So it's nothing different.
Do you think they'll be scared of Josh Reynolds in terms of what he can do?
Absolutely, yeah. He's shown it. All year, the first half of the year, he's shown what he can do. Same with Hocko, their partner in him. But for Reynolds, he mate, not only can he ball play, he's a he's a bulldog, so to speak. As in terms of he gets in all the rough stuff. He loves it. He loves all the contact. So to see a player like that out on the edge, it gives me more confidence.
How much has he improved your training sessions, mate? Like, he's speaking of nutbags, he's probably the biggest, and he's a lunatic. He's always going 100 mile an hour.
Absolutely, mate. And the best thing about that is he, he's talking. He's always, like you said, he's always 100 miles an hour, and he's always talking to us. So, everyone's sort of taking a hold of what he's saying. We need someone like that to sort of stand up, and he knows to be that type of player on the field. He's done it all year, and same goes with Laurie Daly. He's taking more of a hold of it this year. His last year he was sort of stepped back a bit, but this year he's sort of he's come right into it, taking it with both hands, and telling us how it is, looking us dead in the eye, and telling us what he wants from us. And that really puts things into perspective, and it's a black and white thing for us, and there's no grey area.
In terms of on the field, who's the dominant voice? Who's calling all the shots out there?
Definitely Grubb, definitely Reynolds and Hocko, and I think that's how it's supposed to be with the halves combination. And the way he's picked it, I think it's perfect because obviously playing together, they know how each other play and they feed off each other. So, you're picking two different halves, it's going to clash. So it's perfect for us. And Loz is, taking him aside just about every morning, giving him video sessions, telling him what he wants, and, they're bringing it to us. So, it's a more team thing for us. It's not just coming from a coach telling us what to do.
Has Loz spoken to you and told you what he expects from you on Wednesday night?
Yeah, for sure. He said my last few games for the Cowboys, he's happy with how I'm running straight and hard and getting the quick play the balls, and that's exactly what he wants. He wants us for the blue side to get a roll on, let Joshy and Hocko play off of that and our backs as well, because everyone's worried about Queensland's firepower outside their backs. We've got some firepower as well. We've got some good offensive prowess. So, we're concentrating on that, and we're not, we're trying not to give Queensland anything.
Jimmy, there's lots of talk, and Laurie's, putting his stamp on it, and you can see the bonding, and there's all sorts of different things happening. But still, this is an unbelievable side. Johnathan Thurston, someone you play with. How do you beat him?
Mate, it's a good question. Week in, week out, he's showing how he's just so competitive, mate, in everything he does. He puts his body on the line. He might get run over, but he'll do it after time and time again. I think how to beat him. I think just with every halfback, you don't give him time. You get up and get pressure on him, and that's one thing that we're trying to do. In the middle there, you tend to get a bit lazy there, and the little halfbacks tend to sort of sniff around there and call out all the big blokes and call their bluff with their laziness and whatnot. But Jono, we just need to be competitive as well, match that and match their speed of play, and we need to turn it around for us to slow them down and not give Jono that time to play.
So that time you talk about, is that something that Josh Reynolds, you think, brings to this team? He'll be able to shut down his time, that is Thurston?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, he's happy to get in with the rough stuff, and we all know he'll be the first one in there to take Jono, to take him out, or he'll chase him down and whatnot. He'll do whatever it takes, and that's a player that everyone loves playing with, and that's why I'm confident for this side that we can get it done.
Mate, many thought Josh Papali wouldn't make their side. He's sort of snuck in on, reputation. What does he bring from what you went on tour with last year?
Yeah, mate, he brings, mate, not just Josh Papali, but all those, the team that gets picked for Queensland, they seem to step up this time, yeah. So, we're not trying to concentrate on how poor he's going club for his club, but we're concentrating on our own thing. Regardless of what team they put ahead of us, we're just going to concentrate on ourselves and show what we can do.
Jimmy, have you noticed a change with Laurie? He seems to be more hard-nosed, more ruthless.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. He's definitely, he's definitely more hard-nosed, like you said. He looks you dead in the eye, points a finger at you, and tells it how it is. So, and it's good to see like that, because players tend to react more like that. So, mate, it's really good to see, and the boys are buying into it, and we're all buying into it and happy to go.
Players have spoken about it; they're aware of it.
Yeah, absolutely, and the boys are definitely taking that as an opportunity this year to really to make it our own and do the same for us. If one of the players are lacking off out there, we look each other in the eye and do the exact thing, tell him to put his head in.